Persistence amidst challenges, the insurmountable and formidable spirit of indigenous people of Biafra. What you're about to listen or what you're about to hear is things that they have not told you about this Biafra movement. Something they have been hiding from you for a very long time. Things that even you don't know about your own self or about your own struggle. That is what we put together to bring to your doorstep this Saturday. So enjoy your weekend with these findings. Elon Musk don't come out, the billionaire don't come out. He said reduce wasteful government spending to solve inflation. Elon Musk advises the Zojuria. Everybody now is out there to advise the Zojuria on how to do their things. Police arrest a woman with AK-47 hidden in garage sack. Why we demand a new constitution? The patriots, according to Emeka Anyoku, the Fulani stooge. Shock as videos, photos link gun runner to government officials. Gun runner to government officials. Anyway, we shall know what happens when we come back. So please like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos. There's no time to talk. Let us hit the ground running. The Nigerian governments have been working non-stop to weaken and discredit the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. But they have preserved while growing in power and influence. IPOB has come a very, very long way from her modest beginnings, showcasing perseverance in the face of multiple adversities and unflinching dedication to purposes. The movement's resilience in the face of official criticism and attempt to damage her reputation says a lot about her fundamental commitment and honesty. For many people, IPOB have represented resistance and hope since her founding under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu's direction, the movement has maintained an unwavering commitment to non-violence and self-determination, such as the absence of her leader owing to the Nigerian government's abduction, extraordinary rendition, and protracted torture. This impressive expansion demonstrates the movement's capacity to mobilize supporters and uphold essential principles in the face of obstacles, manufactured and or real. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ukwu statement that IPOB is whiter than snow demonstrate the movement's dedication to openness, morality, and decency. This metaphor emphasizes the movement's attempts to project an image of purity and innocence despite harsh criticism and unfounded allegations. IPOB stands distinct from many other groups under comparable constraints because of her restraint and unwillingness to participate in the violent acts. A testament to ideological dedication, according to the information. The Nigerian government has employed various tactics in their futile attempts to discredit and dismantle IPOB. One of the most persistent strategies has been to falsely associate the Biafra restoration project with criminal activities. Despite numerous allegations, no member of the movement has ever been convicted of a crime, a testament to the movement's commitment to lawful conduct. For instance, on multiple occasions, the Nigerian government claimed to have jammed Radio Biafra, IPOB's primary medium, for disseminating information and rallying support on October 16 of 2017. The Nigerian government announced that it has successfully jammed Radio Biafra broadcasts. Despite this claim, Radio Biafra continued to operate, highlighting the movement's failure to suppress the movement's voices. Similarly, on February 22, 2018, the government again declared that it had disrupted the radio station's transmissions, yet Radio Biafra remained accessible to its global audience, defying the government efforts to silence it. This attempt to jam Radio Biafra has not only failed but also underscores the movement's resilience, despite spending substantial resources, estimated in the billions of dollars, to disrupt the radio station. Still yet, and it's moving forward. the Nigerian government was unable to achieve its objectives. This failure illustrates the strength and effectiveness of IPOB's communication network and her ability to circumvent government efforts to stifle important messages from reaching estimated audience. The Nigerian government has also been known to attribute crimes committed by various miscreants in the southeast region to IPOB, often without evidence. These allegations are part of a broader strategy to paint the movement as a violent and disruptive force, thereby justifying harsh measures against the members. However, these claims have consistently proven to be unfounded. For example, in the wake of sporadic violence in the southeast, the government and media outlets frequently attribute such incidents to IPOB, despite the lack of credible evidence linking the movement to these facts. This pattern of baseless accusations aims to tarnish the movement's reputation and diminish her support base. Yet, the unalloyed adherence to the principles of nonviolence and self-determination remains clear, and no substantial proof has emerged to substantiate the government's claims. At the core of movement's resilience in the existence of truth and integrity engraved in her sturdy foundation. The movement operates within a framework of ethical principles and holds firm to an immutable belief in justice and righteousness. This commitment is reflected in the way she addresses false accusations and continues to advocate for the self-determination cause through peaceful means. The movement's activities and leadership are guided by the principles of truthfulness and respect for human rights. A refusal to engage in and total ejection of violence, despite provocations and severe repercussions or repression, is representative of dedication to planned goals. This adherence to truth and non-violence is central to IPOB's identity and has been a key factor in endurance and growth, even in the face of adversities. The movement's adherence to the founding principle and upward curve in growth, according to what we have here. Amidst adversity are often attributed to divine protection and strength. The leadership and members believe that their cause is just and that their efforts are blessed by Echoke Abiyama, the Supreme God. This spiritual belief reinforces their commitment and provides a sense of purpose. Additionally, the members are steadfast in their belief that no man or woman born can stand or derail the movement and escape the divine retribution of God. This belief in divine justice not only fortifies their resolve, but also serves as a source of inspiration and motivation in their ongoing struggle for self-determination and justice. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has demonstrated remarkable resilience and professionalism in the face of concerted efforts by the Nigerian government to discredit and suppress the movement, despite numerous attempts to tarnish her esteemed image, including failed efforts to jam Radio Biafra and baseless accusations of criminal activities. IPOB has continued to thrive and grow. As IPOB continues her divinely assigned journey, it does so with the confidence that these foundational principles and divine protection will sustain the mortal efforts and lead her towards achieving her goals. The movement's ability to endure and grow amidst adversity is a powerful testament to her strength and dedication, reflecting the enduring spirit of the non-negotiable cause and the insatiable commitment of members and supporters. From the Family Writers Press International. Reduce wasteful government spending to solve inflation. Elon Musk now don't wade into the matter of Zojuria. The tech billionaire Elon Musk had advised the United States government and also the government of Nigeria to reduce wasteful government spending to solve inflation. Musk said that government tax dollars should be spent well and not poorly. The billionaire gave the advice in a post on his X handle on Friday, explaining that inflation is caused by the federal government spending more than it earns. It's just a short message. Police arrest a woman with AK-47s hiding in a gari sack. Operatives of the Special Tactical Squad of the Nigerian Police Force have arrested a 30-year-old woman identified as Hawa Yusuf for concealing an AK-47 rifle and 4 AK magazines inside a sack of gari. Nigerians understand that the suspect was arrested on Abuja-Kaduna Expressway during a routine stop and search operation. During a press conference at the Special Tactical Squad headquarters in Abuja on Friday, first spokesperson Muyiwa Adejobi disclosed that Yusuf admitted to receiving instructions from a notorious bandit, Aminu Busulube, who has been terrorizing Katsina State, to carry out the armed delivery at the Danum Madam Camp, a location within the state. Adejobi said on August 14, 2024, just recently acting on intelligence, operatives of STS intercepted one Hawa Yusuf, female 30 years of Dusin Ma local government area of Katsina State. The suspect was arrested while in transit from Lafia, Nasarawa State to Katsina State inside a Sienna bus along the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway. A search was conducted and 1 AK-47 rifle without breech number and 4 AK magazines concealed inside a white sack of gari were recovered from the suspect. During the interrogation, the suspect confessed that it was one Aminu Busulube, a notorious bandit terrorizing Katsina State General Axis, who sent her to take delivery of the arms in Danum Madam Camp, Katsina State. The suspect, however, while responding to questions from journalists, claimed that she didn't know a gun was concealed in the sack of gari. She said, "I never knew that it was an arm that was inside. They asked me to go and bring the millet, and unfortunately, they did not bring gari for me. Even when I saw the thing, I was apprehensive. I was given 130,000 naira to take the gari to Katsina. My transport fare is 15,000 naira. I made a mistake by not asking questions." Adejobi further disclosed that a group of operatives affiliated with the FIDSTS departed for IPOB in Oyo State on April 29 to investigate the activities of Musa Saidu. Adejobi further stated that a group of operatives from the FIDSTS departed for IPOB in Oyo State examined the actions of Musa on April 29. He noted that the investigation indicated that the suspect had been absent from his community for 5 good years. Following his return to Kegaku in Kaduna State, after this prolonged absence, further inquiries were conducted and it was discovered that he started spending money extravagantly, buying different brands of new motorcycles, Bajaj, and 12 cows in a day, amounting to the sum of 5 million naira. Upon interrogation, he confessed to the above-mentioned crimes. He further confessed that he is operating under the leadership of one Haruna M. in Birinengwari Forest of Kaduna State. Throughout his operation, under the gang commander Haruna M., he was using AK-47 rifles. That 25 cows were given to him as his proceed of his above-mentioned criminal activities. That he sold the cows in Kaduna State, all at the rate of 4,700,000 naira. That is the money he used in purchasing the Bajaj motorcycles and 12 cows, 10 female, 2 female in Iboho, Oyo State, Adejobi stated. He clarified that his involvement in cattle rustling began after he was a victim of such acts. The individual further stated that he was apprehended upon returning home to indulge in the gains from his illicit activities. The individual further stated, he said, "I went to Oyo because there was too many problems in Kaduna. I had my cattle, but they were rustled. I know cattle rustling is a crime, but I did it because of what was done to me. After I made money, I stopped and went back to the village to spend my money." Why we demand a new constitution, according to the patriots, led by Emeka Anyaoku. The patriots, a group of prominent Nigerians and elder statesmen, have retreated their call for a new constitution to address the country's challenges. Following concerns about their recent meeting with Bola Ahmed Tinubu on August 9, the group led by Chief Emeka Anyaoku emphasized that the 1999 constitution is fundamentally flawed and too undemocratic to be effectively amended. The patriots agree with a statement by Malam Tanko Yakasi regarding the need for broad consultation to develop a truly federal constitution for Nigeria. The group believes that the combining elements from the 1963 constitution with the recommendations from various stakeholders could result in a much-needed new constitution. In a statement issued by its secretary, Comrade Wale Okuniyi, the group clarified to the Yakasi that their proposal to the president was the result of extensive consultations, including a national dialogue colloquium in March of 2024. During this event, participants from across the country resolved to push for a new constitution to address the flaws in the current military-imposed document, which they believe has hindered good governance and stability in Nigeria. The patriots expressed regret that Madam Yakasi was unable to attend the colloquium after following due process and consultations with the group's secretariat. They urge all Nigerians to freely share their views on the proposed constitutional conference, emphasizing that the current unitary and undemocratic constitution has made effective governance in Nigeria, a diverse nation, highly problematic. The patriots said most Nigerians are aware of the country's leadership deficit at all levels as a nation and the lack of discipline and commitment at all levels to make sacrifice for the country. However, it is the considered view of stakeholders at the last national dialogue that the problems of good and effective governance in Nigeria go far beyond the conduct of operators of constitution, and that the failures in impunity of the operations of the constitution is aided by fundamental flaws in Nigeria's 1999 constitution. The need for our leaders and citizens to work on our values and commitment to good governance at all levels is self-evident, but a coherent, democratic, and workable federal constitution that guarantees and takes into account our pluralism and peculiarities as a nation is a sine qua non to the unity, stability, security, orderly governance, and rapid development of Nigeria. As many experts and opinion molders have pointed out, the Republican Constitution of 1963 and the summation of the 2014 National Constitutional Conference offer a possible pathway to arriving at a truly federal constitution which should be negotiated by all the peoples of Nigeria and approved in a referendum, as it is the case in all democratic federations around the world. The argument by some other commentators that there is nothing wrong with the present constitution and that all the problems of Nigeria come from the operators is self-serving and far from the truth. Our difficulties as a nation come from both the operators and from the various military-imposed constitutions, including the present one, forcing unitary autocratic system of government on the country instead of democratic federalism, which Nigerians desires. A new democratic people's constitution of Nigeria will no doubt inspire and encourage a wave of patriotic values and commitment from our leaders and citizens at all levels to make our country work again. So let the debate go on without the normal blackmail and that often distracts our nation from a normal, healthy national conversations, according to the people where they hear my voice. Don't speak too much, my people. Now here we'll take back break. When I will hear our voice again when I come back. Please endeavor to share this message because it needs to go viral. There are things you need to know about this struggle. Starting from the beginning of the news that you have not known. So like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Have a nice day. Kemesiano.